Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to another Matchbox video. Today we're going to be working on this Matchbox Lamborghini Miura number 33C. As you can see, this car needs a lot of TLC. Yellow, no details. Thought about restoration, and I don't think so. I think this car needs a lot more than a restoration. That paint, yellow paint, is not very nice. It does have steering, as you can see. Already opened it. I pre-drilled it. I'm using some 172 button head screws. Perfect size for these old Matchbox with the little tiny little posts in the back. Used them before on the Volkswagen bus number 34, I think it was. Here is the base. Includes the engine, suspension, steering. So I'm just gonna put that to the side and clean it up later. We got some red interiors, open doors, nothing fancy. We're just gonna clean that up. We do have a rivet holding the windshield in place, and I went crazy and did a removal with the wire cutters. It worked, so it's another option instead of using the drill bit. So I'm over here by the paint booth. Wet napkins all over the place, paper towels, using the metallic base coat from Duplicate Color. Look at that piece of toothpick holding the door slightly open. That's another idea from Show Customs. Put it in the oven, 170 degrees Fahrenheit, about 15 minutes. Waited for it to dry and waited for it to cool down. We're going to be using this Vallejo transparent yellow. As you can see, 70-937. Never used this paint before, or this color. So we're going to see how it turns out. I'll be using my airbrush here, Airbrush Flow Improver 71.362. I will have a link to everything I use down in the video description. For years, I stayed away from acrylic paint, but once I started using the Vallejo paint, oh man, it was something else. So as you can see, I used the Airbrush Flow Improver first. This basically works. I've seen other products where they call it leveling additive, something like that. It basically keeps the paint from drying too quick. It's amazing. Works perfectly. I usually use a vortex mixer for the paint, which is really necessary with the Vallejo and really any other acrylic paint. If you really want to get that mixed up, you can do it by hand. You could pour. Look at the sample, how it looks on that chrome part. You can do it by hand. You can use those mixer when you do it in a cup, but in reality, the best option is to use a vortex mixer. And maybe you can add some beads inside the little bottle, because those little bottles do not have beads to help it mix. All right, here we go. I sped that up, speeded it up about 3 times. I did the inside first. The reason I do the toothpick here with the doors is if you paint with the doors closed, there's a chance that you won't be able to get them open without messing up the paint. And if you paint with the doors completely open, you're not gonna get like right in front of that door seam in the front. So I found that if you put this small piece of toothpick holding the door slightly open, it does a marvelous job. You can remove the doors. Here I'm using my wife's hair dryer to dry the paint. You can remove the doors, like I was saying. I've done that in the past, but getting a perfect color match, it's nearly impossible. I found that this method works the best for me. And as you can see, that paint goes a long way. So here I'm using some metal colors from Viejo. It's the 77.707 chrome, and I'm using my small brush, which I got in a kit from a dollar store, and then I gave it a haircut with a scissor to make it thin up in the tip, and it works. So I'm using the chrome paint here for the license plate, the tail lights, the muffler tip, exhaust tip, however you want to call it. Very difficult for me to do this on camera, and my vision is getting very, very bad as I get older. Now I'm using black. It's the Vallejo 77.660 gloss black primer. I'm using a little medicine cup there backwards. Notice that I'm not using any reducer or anything. The paint has been shaken. So that takes a long time. I'm trying not to go over the border, but you can see that it basically runs right into the crevices, and I have to repeat that about 2 times to get full cover. You can paint the whole headlight if you want a solid color, but I'm gonna go over it with the chrome paint, Vallejo chrome paint. I feel like the different shades gives it a better look, more realistic as a headlight. You can see what I mean pretty soon. You can see the details inside that door. Look, I'm painting the side vents here, which provide air to the rear engine. And sorry, I couldn't get that on the shot there of the video because I was too worried about messing it up. If I had a smaller brush, maybe I could have done those emblems on the side of the car and the front one. But I felt like I was pushing my luck. Here's the headlight. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. It would have been a lot better if I would have done this like right in front of my face without recording it. And right now I'm using another transparent paint from Viejo. It's the red 70.934. Shake well. Make sure you shake it well. This paint, sometimes when you get red with, it tends to go towards orange. This one, it's not really bright red. It tends to go towards like a lighter red, you know. So now I'm going to do the tail light. Oh, that is very difficult for me to do on camera. It's like doing heart surgery. I've never done heart surgery before, but maybe it's this difficult. I'm only kidding. And there I'm doing the license plate light covers in black. You see I'm holding the whole car with a very long 172 screw and the nut, so it doesn't put any force on the border of the hull. And now for the final touch, 2 or 3 coats of the main wax, polyurethane clear coat. So this is what we started with. And as you can see, it really didn't make any sense to go back to this boring yellow car. And this is the final product. Now if you look up on the wiki, Matchbox wiki, there is a gold version. Of course the gold version doesn't have all the details that I did on this one. And with these old Matchbox, I don't like to do wheel swaps. I think that those old wheels are like part of the history. I could change the color, because if in the future if I want, I could just strip it and do a proper restoration. Now I'm about to show you something that Bare Metal sent to me last year. It's the tools to create the axle heads. Fortunately, I did not have to remove the wheels on this Matchbox, because they were in pretty good condition, so I did not have to use it. Here they are. The longer one is the one that goes on the chuck or the drill. Maybe if I find another Matchbox that I want to restore, I'll use it. For now, if you check the Matchbox playlist, I've done quite a few, and I've only done the ones that I really like this car right here. So look at how shiny the tires look. For that, I used the Vallejo Black Wash 73.301. Here it is. This big jug, I bought it like 2-3 years ago, and it's still almost brand new. So I used the same brush, just lightly tap the tires. Let me get this out of the way so we could do some comparison. As you can see, I have a few cars there on the right. So once the car was put back together, I used the brush, and I just went very gently on the side of the tire like that. Once I did all 4, I just hit it with the hair dryer, and that's it. I could touch up that's supposed to be black, but I left it original. I could touch up the center hubs with the chrome pen, but I decided to leave it like that. Look at that charm. Now you gotta be careful if you're gonna use the oven, because you know acrylic paint can't hold to heat that long. Luckily that main wax dries up really quick, so I just left it in the oven for maybe not even a minute. Open the oven up, let the oven breathe, and then I put the car back in the oven so it could slowly cure. Here's a comparison to a brand new Hot Wheels ID with the green Spectre Flame. Now the big difference is the Hot Wheels ID does not have a chrome or polished metal base underneath, so that's why you see a lot of toning. Now here is one I did a long time ago, a Hong Kong Matchbox Diora, which I painted Spectre Flame gold. This one does have a polished base, which was zinc plated. If I believe I did that on this one, I really don't remember. I don't polish the castings anymore because you really have to really do a good job so you won't see the scratches. So now if I'm doing a red line, I use the Red Line Shop base coat. If I'm doing any other brand, I'll just use double color, which gives me a way better result. No scratches, it covers up any dings. It's just way better. If the polish looks very nice, I do like it, but for that, look at the comparison here with the purple Spectre Flame. For that, I will spray with the airbrush the Molotov chrome, and that's a better option. Still a better option than polishing. But the thing is with the Molotov, like I've done a video in the past, which I got an idea from bare metal, is that you gotta let it sit for 3 days for that thing to completely dry out. If you paint over it before the 3 days, it's just gonna get dull and it's not gonna look good. So how is this paint gonna look over a chrome surface? I guess you're gonna have to subscribe. Keep an eye out for that. Definitely gonna try it out. I got other colors, the other colors that are available by Vallejo, transparent I mean. So I'm gonna do a few cars in the future to see how they look, because this one definitely turned out great. I really like how it came out. So that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Hope you like the end result. Remember to subscribe, click on that little bell, and if you want, you could join as a member. That's gonna be it. Thank you for watching again. Peace